Messiah Harris performs his new song, When I Dream, live for the first time.
So for those of you who haven't heard the song, and for those of you who just don't know what the song's about, it's basically a story about a boy and a girl at a coffee shop. And, you know, they're just having coffee, but the boy is just trying to hold this up together because, you know, he really likes the girl he's sitting across from. And, you know, all the while she's talking about her day and, you know, how much she wants to go for a walk on the beach. He's kind of just looking at her the whole time thinking, she looks like a mermaid, you know what I'm saying? And in the midst of these thoughts, he's interrupted. And she says, you know, is something wrong? Because, you know, he's been staring at her and without even realizing it. And so he kind of says, you know, I'm all right. I just kind of had a lot on my mind. She kind of messes with him. And she grabs his hand and says, you know, I know exactly what you mean because I've kind of had a lot on my mind too. She says, you know, you're not hard to read. I have eyes when we talk, and in your eyes I can see that you're obviously interested in me. So she takes a sip of coffee, and she says, you know, I wouldn't ask this question. I wouldn't ask this question, but I didn't think that I already knew. And she asks him if, you know, if he thinks about her just as much as she thinks about him. And then he lays all of his cards on the table. And this is When I Dream. I recorded this song with Trey Lander, Cody Matlock, Chelsea, I forget your last name, I'm sorry, and Eric Ellsworth. And like the vocals that are on the song, that was like my 5th take. And you know, I don't like to piece my vocals together. I like to, you know, do one whole performance, right? And like my 5th performance, they said it sounded good, but I felt like I could do a little better. And it sounded good enough, but I'm gonna demonstrate how much better it can sound. Once upon a time at a coffee shop way on down the street sits a little girl and a boy whose heart is weak. They never spoke much about together they could be, but poor little boy, he's on the verge of falling to his knees. She walks through her day from the time that she wakes up and of her sweet, sweet voice he can't get enough. She wears a pretty frown as she longs for the beach, and of course she doesn't all. A mermaid she seemed to be. With the tilt of her head she asks, is something wrong? For at the face of an angel he stared for much too long. I'm alright, he said, in just a matter of time. I'm just thinking I've kind of had a lot on my mind. With the touch of his hand, I understand, she said, and it was true. Truth be told, I've kind of had a lot on my mind too. She said, you know, you're not hard to read. I have eyes when we talk. And in your eyes I see a lover's heart. She said, now you know I wouldn't ask this question if I didn't think that I already knew. What do you think about me? Just as much as I think about you. He said, when I dream, I don't see what can be. No endless flights over endless seas. The birds don't sing from purple trees, and starships and comets, they never fly beyond reach. As I drift off to sleep and my mind breaks no rule, my mind, the fork made of gold doesn't run off with the spoon, and the cow never jumped over the moon. As I wake and go about my day, I don't think about school. The sky remains the same as the people and places do. Because even when my night dreams turn to day and my mind runs aloof, I still only dream of you.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
So that's basically the song. If you haven't heard it, go listen to it, and that won't be the last time you hear it. So yeah, it was fun. I'll see you guys next time.
And have them not speak to me. You know what I'm saying? That's my God-given right, man. Think about how many motherfuckers you just walk past and decide not to speak to them. Now, on Instagram, you know the motherfuckers you see on the street, walking by, talking to themselves. Now, they have the opportunity to speak to you if they want to. That shit ain't fair. I'm talking about how I come in contact with motherfuckers I know in real life I never would associate with. Because of Instagram. It's your motherfucking fault, Zuckerberg. I don't like it. I don't like it. As of late. You see, it's a motherfucking wino, junkie, hobo, bozo, homeless motherfucker. I don't know, look, but I would never be in a room engaging in conversation.
Do you understand me? T.I. ain't never turned into no New York or no nothing. He been a country ass bankhead his whole life. Don't let nobody change who you are, you know what I mean? Cause I went over to China and they turned me out. I thought I was Chinese for teaching this.
Thanks for tuning in to 9 Mag TV.